all those moments will be lost in time.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today's case is pretty angering. I'm telling you that right now. I know that I tell you that pretty often, but you know, cases to do with children really do enrage me to the highest possible degree. Before we get into that, I did want to thank today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in creativity. Skillshare offers membership with meaning. Connect with the support of fellow creatives and enter a community of encouragement, communication, and inspiration. So whether you're looking to fend off boredom, focus on self-care through creativity, or join a similarly creative community, Skillshare is the place to keep you learning. A course I've enjoyed is titled The Writer's Toolkit: 6 Steps to a Successful Writing Habit by Simon Van Boy. I specifically chose this course because I tend to have difficulty getting past writer's block and remaining consistent in writing. So learning about how to create a habit has been extremely useful. Skillshare is giving away 2 free months of premium membership to the first 1,000 people who click the link in the description box to help you explore your creativity. And after that, it's only around $10 a month. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Kids rescued from couple's home after skeleton of another child found in backyard grave, authorities say. Investigators say they found one child locked in Michael Gray Sr. and Shirley Gray's basement, which was partially flooded and filled with animal feces. Now you know why it's gonna be terrible. A Tennessee couple allegedly buried their young daughter's skeletal remains in their backyard after starving and confining the child to the basement of their home. Michael Gray Sr., 63, and his wife Shirley Gray, 60, are accused of a litany of child abuse charges following the morbid discovery, according to officials. Authorities first found another one of the couple's children, who had allegedly been abandoned and didn't know where his family was, WVLT-TV reported. The minor detailed the alleged abusive conditions he lived in and told investigators his parents had buried a sibling in the home's backyard. Let's stop here a second. I know this is an annoying question, and I know this is a question I ask often, but truly, honestly, why does the solution to all of these fucked up people seem to be, oh yeah, let's just kill someone? I just wonder, is there no point where you think, hey, I mean, I don't know what they're thinking, but is there no point where there's no thought of saying, should we put them up for adoption? Do we have a family member they can stay with? Just anything other than going to the extreme of murdering. Especially here, because it was torturous too, because they were starving and confining the child to the basement. So the child didn't even have a quality of life to speak of. So I just don't understand why it has to be 0 to 100 like this with these people. It just stuns me. And granted, some of these people might enjoy torturing the children, so I don't know if that's the case here. They enjoy seeing a child lose their will to live and die. Investigators later uncovered the skeletal remains during a 3-day investigation and excavation of the family's property. The victim, a girl, had been buried along farm animals, according to the Knoxville television station. Her body was allegedly kept in a cardboard box prior to her makeshift burial. I have to say, there's something of particularly enraging to me that she was buried alongside farm animals. I just find something so disturbing in the way that, of course, I'm not happy the farm animals are dead, but the idea that she's just put along with them and doesn't have her own actual grave, it just makes me wonder how much they valued her life, which, I mean, is already questionable, obviously, because of how they treated her, but it seems like such a last, final way to kind of spit in someone's face, to be like, oh yeah, let's just put you alongside the animals because that's really what you were to us, just an animal. Not like our daughter, just an animal. Michael Gray allegedly confessed to burying the roughly 10-year-old child under a pole barn at the family's home approximately 3 years ago. In 2017, the couple allegedly punished their daughter for stealing food by locking her in the basement and feeding her only bread and water. After a few months of imprisonment, she died. If your child is stealing food, I'm just wondering, is it possible that they're stealing the food because you're not feeding them enough? I'm just wondering if that was ever a conversation had, or immediately it was like, oh, this child needs to be punished. There's nothing that actually we can maybe learn from this. Let's just give them bread and water. That is truly fucking cruel. I don't really think that needs to be said. Knox County forensic experts are now examining the skeletal remains. Anthropologists from the University of Tennessee are also assisting in the ongoing investigation, local media outlets reported. 3 other children, including a teen boy who allegedly was confined to the basement for nearly half a decade, were also removed from the home by state authorities. The children were isolated, appear to have been stunted in growth, and didn't attend school, according to an arrest warrant obtained by the Knoxville News-Sentinel. 2 of the children appear to have no formal education, the warrant said. They were, in fact, amazed by what a refrigerator does when they observed one in their foster home. Man, this makes me so fucking... I'm angry already, but this part makes me really sad for them to have children in this day and age be shocked by what a refrigerator does. Like, I mean, obviously there's a bigger problem, but the refrigerator example to me really just points out and underlines how little of normal life these children experience. That's truly tragic. I mean, aside from being isolated, which in and of itself, like, children need to have friends, they need to be around people, you know, like, that in and of itself, the isolation, I think mentally must be terribly taxing. And then on top of that, the stunted growth doesn't surprise me because they probably were being fed next to nothing. And then not attending school is like the smallest of the problems out of everything, but nonetheless, it's just sad that they didn't experience, you know, what a child should see as normal everyday life, like the refrigerator, school, friends. Like, these are all things that children should have without a question. So the fact that they had none of it. The Tennessee couple has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, 2 counts of aggravated child abuse, 3 counts of aggravated child neglect, and a single charge, abuse of a corpse, prosecutors said in a statement on Monday. Michael Gray Sr. and Shirley Gray were arraigned on Tuesday, according to the Knoxville News-Sentinel. During the couple's court appearance, a judge described in troubling detail the unsanitary conditions the children allegedly lived in. The house was filled with urine smell, feces throughout the house, partially flooded basement with a hamster cage and guinea pig, and the animal feces it had overflowed out of the cage on a bed, a county judge stated. The couple also allegedly locked their kids in a cramped wire dog cage, the Knoxville News-Sentinel reported. Prosecutors said they expected the couple will likely face further charges. There is still more forensic evidence to be analyzed by the investigators and forensics experts, which will still need to be reviewed by the prosecutors, District Attorney General Russell Johnson said in a statement this week. Russell added that investigators had been working around the clock on the child abuse case. The family, who is originally from Mississippi, have lived at the house since 2016, the Knoxville News-Sentinel reported. Frankly, I feel like these individuals need to go away for a long time, and that's not only like my anger and rage and emotion speaking, but the fact that they have shown a pattern of continuing to abuse and mistreat children over and over again is really what's concerning, because it shows that they haven't changed at all. There's been no progress. I don't know how much people like that can truly progress, but I do think they need also to be locked up along with some kind of therapy, because it's not obviously normal for parents to be this detached from their own children, treating them like animals and basically just torturing them. I don't understand how this even went on as long as it did. Also, because I wonder if the neighbors didn't see anything, you know, like, imagine seeing a house and you know that children live there, but you never see them leaving, or you never see any proof that the child is even alive. I'm not blaming the neighbors, but I wonder how the people around, you know, what they saw, and if they even have, you know, something to add to that. But in the end, I just think they need to get, I mean, even if they just got 10 years, they're already in their 60s, so probably they wouldn't be as dangerous anymore when they got out, but nonetheless, there's so many charges. I just hope they don't get a slap on the wrist here. That's truly what concerns me the most, because cases like this really need to be obviously taken seriously, but I feel like a lot of the time something ends up slipping through the cracks and people get away with just a few years or not really much of consequence considering everything they did. Anyways, guys, you can let me know what you think in the comments in terms of how long they should be in jail, what you think their problem is. Are they getting off on this cruelty? Are they just neglectful? Like, what do you think? Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.